YouTube! What is going on? How are y'all doing today on the last day of February? The wolf is back. The wolf is awake. It's time to learn some wisdom from this take. So, I've been thinking about this lately, and, there was more details I wanted to share about the dangers of being a day counter on NoFap. Or just counting days in general, just all that stuff. I've mentioned it a few times in some of my past videos, but personally, I just felt like coming on here to share what I had to go through when I was a day counter, when I was counting on the days instead of counting on the Lord. So when I've been doing this for a while. A few years back, I was in a position where I just wanted to be like the biggest day, to go all these days. And they were so bad that I was not able to reach 2 weeks. And there was an app that I downloaded called NoFap. I think that's what it was called, or whatever, or Don't Fap, whatever it was called. And it would have a timer. And, it would start out saying 2 hours, and it would go in such deep detail. It would say 1 day, 16 hours to go until you reach day 2. Day 2, so-and-so, 2 hours ago, whatever. And the more that I kept looking at this app, the more I was becoming so entrapped to it, to a point where it just, kept me obsessed with wanting to know what that number was. It was taking me away from reality. It was taking me away from friends, from family, from the stuff that I wanted to do. Because all I wanted to care about, and all it seemed like I wanted to do, was just keep track of how many hours I have left until this day is over, until it hits midnight. And, it was always a day of okay, it's day 1, only 12 more hours to go until day 2. And I just was obsessed. And I remember when it would hit midnight, I would go, yeah, it's day 2. Man, it's only been a couple days. I really want to get to day 3. I really want to get to day 4. I really want to get to day 5. I'm telling you, the thing I realized about counting the days is that you will be a slave. You will be a slave to this, to a number. You'll be a slave to your own self. You'll be a slave to your uncontrolled mind. You'll be a slave to wanting to release that next nut. Because that's the only thing you're going to care about when you're just being a day counter. And a lot of people think counting the days is great. I mean, they have different opinions. If you want to count the days, I can't force you to stop counting them. But I'm just letting you know that if you continue to count days, I feel like you're just not going to care about your life in general. You're not really going to care where you're at. You're not really going to care about your goals. You're not really going to care about what you're doing throughout your day, because you'll just be so consumed, so entrapped. You'll be hooked on this number. And that's idolatry. That's idolization. You're idolizing a number, almost in a way like you're worshiping it. And you say to yourself, yeah, I'm day 51 now. And this person says to themselves, well, I'm day 900 something. Or I'm day this. That's the dangers I realized about counting the days. Because even when I was counting the days and I had those cravings, those urges, and that I felt like I needed to release, I would look and it would say on the app, oh, really? It's been 10 days since I've relapsed? Oh, I just need to get something out. I need to get something out. And it would keep going. It's so dangerous. And this was the reason why I could never reach 2 weeks. I could never reach a month. And this journey's been so different lately because my mindset of counting the days has just disappeared. I don't think about it. I don't want to do it. I just wake up out of the bed. I go about my day. I get my stuff done. I focus on myself. I focus on God. I focus on my work. I focus on my career. It's focus, focus, focus. Don't focus on the number. Focus on you. Focus on the Lord. I'm telling you that this is where it's at. If you really want to give this up, I just am going to say counting the days is not it. It's dangerous. If you're somebody wanting to give it up for good and not have to worry about it and not have to think about it, and you envision this future where you want to be free, to where you just are out of the chains, then you got to stop counting. And now when I think about it, it's like when I see people counting days and they say they want to quit and they say they want to be free, which, by the way, no judgment or whatever. I'm just saying that when I see people, which I should have realized this a while ago, when I see other people counting all these days and saying what day they're on and that they want to be free, do they really want to be free? Like, do they really want to be free? So, no matter what day you're on, if it's day 5 or day 1000, where are you going to end at? Because if you're counting and counting, you're just waiting to relapse on a specific number day. Excuse me. You're just like dragging yourself, waiting to relapse. I'm telling you, you're confusing your brain. Your brain is messed up thinking that this is the way to go. It's not the way to go. It's not. And I know this is a different video. I got the vertical form. This is crazy. The beard looks crazy. The hair is looking crazy. Even my eyes are looking crazy. This is nuts. Like, it's, I just feel pure. I see everything colorful. I don't want to go back. And I'm not saying I'm perfect every day. Absolutely no way. I mean, even when I'm not recording these videos, there's times and days where I go through cravings and, where the enemy whispers, you should go back. You should go back to that old way. Go ahead. Go back and take that peek. Go open that door. It won't hurt you. Just take a peek. And then you won't have to look again. Just take a peek and, that's all you got to do. You don't have to relapse. Just take a peek. No, man. No. I'm telling you, if you open that door and you take that one peek, it's going to be done. That's the thing I realized on my other journeys. I would take a peek, and after I took that peek, it would be so hard to try to erase those images and erase those videos out of my mind because I already took that first peek. And when I was trying to erase the images and the videos out of my mind and all that, the content, I would go back to take another peek. And before you know it, I have been looking at more stuff and I have become trapped and I have been edging. And then the next thing you know, you relapse. So that's basically my message of this. Those are the true dangers of being a day counter. Realize that you are not putting yourself above the days. It's the days that are pretty much putting themselves above you. The days are controlling you. When you're counting the days, they're controlling your mind and controlling you. They have you on a leash, like a, like a dog. I mean, you're just walking around and counting you're just walking around on a leash like, and they're just laughing at you. But I'm telling you, the true victory is counting on not just yourself, because I know that you can do it, and I know that I can do it, but count on the Lord. Because with His power and His glory and His light, He can do anything. And even if you don't know Jesus Christ, and even if you're not really sure whether to believe in Jesus Christ or believe if there is a God, I'm telling you that He is real. He is very, very real. And all you have to do is ask Him yourself, that you submit yourself to Him. Pray that, Father, if you are real, reveal yourself, and He will. And remember, it's not about seeing, it's about the faith. It's about believing. If you ask Him, He will reveal. I'm telling you. He will. He will come into your heart. He will change the inside of you from inside out. And He loves you unconditionally. And He loves you so much enough that He wants to give you eternal life, that He wants to give you a second life. Yes, eternal, forever life, a second life to live again. To live again with Him forever. That's His free gift that He wants to offer you. So just something to think about. I'm not here to force, whatever. But, yeah, I'm really glad I was able to make this. Anyways, I hope y'all are doing great. I hope you're hanging in there wherever you're at in life. I don't know what's going on about your days. I don't know what you're going through. But, I'll be praying for y'all always. But take care, guys. Have a blessed weekend. I can't believe tomorrow is going to be March. It's crazy. Anyways, back into the next video. The wolf is out. God bless.